Good evening or good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and people that are in business. My name is Tony Pezza. At the end of this filming, you will have a script to review, which gives you all details on the program. So, what is this all about? If you've been in business and you're in a foreign country and you sell to United States suppliers, and are chasing your money. This is called Accounts Receivable Program Incorporated. For 45 years, I've been in business, owned many businesses, over 250 in the United States. I did import and export around the world, at a food company also. I'm very familiar with the concept of accounts receivables and uncollectibles. Now, I've been working with several companies out of the United States, one in Indonesia, one in Japan. And so what it is that, you want to sell to American company. Obviously, the money's good. You get your price, which is great. But what happens is that when you're not getting paid, if you don't have the right program set up. Now, as we go through this video, I'm going to try to mention a few things that you should be doing as a wholesaler. There's not a bank in the world will lend you money without collateral. Whether it's a mortgage on a house, the house becomes collateral. Whether it's a business, you have to put up collateral for the loan. But when we export and we import and we deal with foreign countries, either going into the United States or coming back into the United States, what happens is that we lose all train of thought and concept of how am I going to get my money if I'm out there for $450,000. I just completed one for $430,000 transaction. The debtor has been delinquent for 11 months. Now, that's a hell of a long time to be trying to collect your money, but when you're in Indonesia and the client's in Los Angeles, it's very difficult to find out how you're going to get your money unless you pre-arranged payments when you did the initial ordering. So the order was over 1.5 million, I believe, and then it boiled down to $430,000, of which is, like I said, 9 months old. So I know we all want to do business around the world. We want the American dollar. I understand all that, but as a business owner, whether you're shipping to or out of the United States, you really have to have collateral. Now, remember one thing is that a bank gets personal signatures on a loan. They take if it's property, it's pledged as collateral for default. If it's a business you're opening, they take the equipment as collateral. So, but a lot of the foreign countries that do business in the United States are not taking collateral. I've been in business for 45 years, probably 50, owned over 250 businesses, and I've been in wholesale manufacturing also, like I said. Now, my loss was less than 5%. Now, why is that? Because when you're shipping, you want to make sure you got your money. I used to work on letters of credits, drafts, all through New York banks. If I was shipping into Egypt or into Africa, I used to ship to Africa and Egypt. And I worked on letters of credits, revolving, or consistent payment on a monthly basis. So however you want to set it up. But the last few accounts I've run across, they came out of China, Indonesia, somewhere in New England, United Kingdom. They don't protect themselves. Now, if you take the dollar loss, if you're shipping at 1.5 million in wholesale, if you're working on 12-14%. So you got your $800,000-$900,000. That's about just about pays for the shipping cost and the material. Forget about the profit. So in the end, when you lost $430,000, which I finally collected, is a problem because you're never going to make any money. Now, does it happen in every case? Of course not. Does it happen once in a while? Yes. And the once in a while what concerns me. So my company's called Accounts Receivable Incorporated in the United States. We work with foreign companies in all countries that deal in the United States. And I created this maybe 5 or 7 years ago by accident. I happened to come across somebody that wanted me to be a representative for them out of Indonesia, and didn't know what their concept was or what they were doing. So once I got into it, it worked out pretty well. So as I said, it was by accident. I wasn't looking for it. I've been in business. I retired a little while ago, maybe 10 years ago. But I've been doing business transactions, and this fell into my lap sort of. But the more I inspect it and look into it, I see that there's a real need and a desire, or a big question, I should say, why are we losing money on accounts receivable? Because you're in the United States and you don't have a representative here. Whether it's 100,000 or 20,000 or $1 million, it makes no difference. But the concept is that you, as a wholesaler, distributor, manufacturer, whatever you're doing, do not be shipping anywhere. I don't care if you're shipping in your own country. Do not be shipping anywhere without having collateral or security for your money. Now, you can do it on revolving letters of credit. Now, it doesn't mean you have to pay up front, but you can do it in payments of monthly schedules. So what I'm suggesting here is that I have a list, which you're going to see at the end. It's called the script. See, what I do is I will review the debtor's responsibility. What documents were signed? Was any collateral given? Is it personal signatures? Review the debtor's financial status for collectibles. Is he chaseable? Can I chase him? Can I get into his company? What equipment does he owe? We run a search on the company. What's their collateral? Is it a false company with a secondary account, so they don't have to pay you? That's one of the programs. I personally contact every debtor in person, either through legal documentation or personal in-person visit. So there are different things we can do, or I can do anyway, outside of seeing them and doing the search on them, do a title search on the individual, because sometimes if we cannot collect from the company, we can put liens on the equipment and we can put liens on the collateral of any incoming accounts he has, okay, factoring. So, and then the collateral is available, we will tie that up for you. So it is a sound program that I did for 45 years. As I said, I retired 10 years ago, but I still play around with it. So what I want to do is I want you, as a manufacturer in a foreign country, no matter where you are, and no matter what you're manufacturing or producing or shipping, if you want to contact me, at the end of this, there's a script. Give me a call. I will give you the layout of what to do and how to do it. The other thing is that in our conversation, I'll ask you for information about yourself. There's an agreement that we signed between both parties that I represent you in the United States. There's a percentage that's payable to me. I do all the work here. And so now what happens is that you don't want to be chasing your money anymore if you have a representative here that can handle your accounts receivable program. So the bottom line for all manufacturers or distributors is that no matter how much business you do in the United States, if you're not protected, again, whether it's the credits, revolving notes, guaranteed security, lien on the equipment, personal signatures, payable in whatever your program is, whether it's 30 days or 90 days. But when you're out there for an amount of money, regardless of the size of the money, obviously, the more you send a note or the more you ship, obviously the higher the invoice. So what I want to do is, as I said, is that I will protect you. I only get paid on what I collect. There's no commissions up front. There's no documentation. I give you all my documentation. So when I've collected, that money gets transferred to my account. I then reduce my commission, send you the balance, all done within 24 to 48 hours, depends on the schedule. If there's a time payment where there's payments on an increment or revolving collectibles, we will set that up for you, give you all the documentations, all legal documents. So the bottom line here is that protect your shipping cost, the product cost. Don't worry about chasing anybody around the world who doesn't want to answer your emails, your phone call, change corporation, so they have to pay you the amount of money owed, which could be hundreds of thousands of dollars. We do the work for you. We have a legal staff. We have a marketing staff. We will get it done for you in a timely manner. All documentation will be supplied by me, my office. You will get copies of all of our documents verifying the authorization between the two companies, your company, my company. As I said, my company is American Accounts Receivables Incorporated. My name is Tony Anthony Pezza. I've been doing this for a long time. We have a good track record. So if you would like, again, at the end of this video, there's a script. You can read the script very easily. It has the information on it, and I'll be glad to talk to you anytime. My number's there in the United States. You can call me anytime you want. My office hours are 10 in the morning to 10 at night, 7 days a week, U.S. time. And my number is 732-232-4633. That's 732-232-4633. That's U.S. number. As I said, my office hours are 10 to 10, 7 days a week. I want to thank you very much for your interest. Please give me a call if you have any questions about your uncollectibles, as I call them, or delinquent accounts. And remember one thing, the accounts we have for years, sometimes you'll run into a financial difficulty which you are unaware of. And that creates a delinquent fault account of your collectibles, even though you have friends that you're shipping to, you've been doing it for years. Had another case in the industrial park. It was a bamboo company being shipped from bamboo from China into the manufacturers to make furniture out of it, chairs and desks and things like that. That was almost $700,000 uncollectible, but we managed to work with the debtor and the company, and over 6 months we had the money for it. Ladies and gentlemen, business owners, I want to thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Please play this video more than once. Go to the script at the end, and I'll be glad to consult with you anytime you want. Thank you very much.